What are you doing New Year's? New Year's Eve. Oh, hello, Potato. I didn't see you there. I was just pondering the end of 2022 because this is Weekend Magic for December 31st, 2022. It's the end of the year. We are at the end of the old and at the brim, the edge of the new. A new year with all of the, well, let's be honest, a potential disappointment that entails. But looking back on this year, I know a lot of people had a bad 2022. I honestly, I feel like a lot of people have had a bad every year for the last few years. Let's be honest about that. But for me, could be worse. We've, in a year where I get to go to Disneyland twice can't be that bad of a year personally. So lots of things I can complain about, but for the most part, today I won't. But I've been pondering, what to do with the channel for the new year, and largely just kind of more of the same. Bad food, Disney stuff. I've still got a whole bunch of Disney stuff from our trip to go through. But time to start recording some new stuff too, more stuff here in the void space. And I just recently hit 500 subscribers, which means I do have to dust off the item I've been holding on to for a 500 subscriber episode, and actually do that in the near future. Maybe hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we'll do that video. And I say that meaning I do actually intend to do it, not like when I say I'm going to do something and then never actually do it. I do actually intend to do this. Of course, I always intend to do it, so never mind. Anyways, let's get on with this week. If you watched last week's episode, you'll remember that I discussed briefly that the final part of Mickey Mouse, the main attraction, came out, and that my hopes and plans were that we would finish this year off by looking at the fireworks edition of Mickey Mouse, the main attraction. Because I ordered it, last Wednesday. It's plenty of time to get here by today, right? Well, that didn't happen. So, something else instead. We're not going to be doing Mickey Mouse, the main attraction this week. Hopefully next week we'll start the year off with the end of the old year. Still, puts it way ahead of like Stitch Crashes Disney. So, again, trying not to complain too much. So instead of Mickey Mouse, the main attraction, I thought we would look at some ghosts that followed me home from my recent trip to Disneyland. Although not all of them came there. Some of them came under the Christmas tree. But yeah, we have a number of Haunted Mansion items. I haven't done a Haunted Mansion video in a bit. So it's about time we're due for another Haunted Mansion item. Now, of course, the stuff in the parks, a lot of it has already been in previous videos, in the Disneyland videos specifically. But I thought, we'd gather all together and then take closer looks at it here in the void space. Plus, again, new things not in the videos, including some things I got for Christmas. So I'll start off with something that was, I know, featured prominently in the videos, and that is my my magic band. Yeah, I was really hoping to find something like Hatbox or Hitchhiking Ghosts, but Stretching Room was as far as it went. I think the batteries have died in it. It's been back like a month since we were back. I haven't actually plugged it in. Or maybe it doesn't work while it's plugged in on the charger. Nah. Yeah, batteries are flat. That's to be expected. But, honestly, the magic bands, so, it's new to California. For those of you who go to the Florida parks, you've had these things for, just yonks. But here in California, these just came here, what, in end of June? No, later than that, huh? Like in early November, late October, somewhere around there. These are brand new for us in California. And they don't admittedly do a heck of a lot. They do light up and buzz occasionally at certain parts of rides, like on Spider-Man, it lit up red and blue. On Haunted Mansion, it would beat red with the heartbeat. In the T'Challa Memorial or area of DCA, it lit up purple. And during the fireworks, it lit up and stuff. I think I may have showed that in the video. But honestly, the coolest things about it were that we didn't need to get out our phones or our tickets to get in and out of the park, or in the park anyways. Once you get in the first time, you could just have Actually, no, I think we used this for the first time too. This took our picture as long as you linked it in the app first. And the other cool thing, of course, was in Galaxy's Edge, the bounty hunting, which I will have a whole video on that coming up sometime. And I have like a few Star Wars videos to do. Actually, I think one of them will be tomorrow, but not the bounty hunting. But yeah, there's my magic band. It's the stretching room. We've got Nitrakov. We've got Sarah Sally Slater. They didn't have any other Haunted Mansion offerings. No Leota, no Hatbox Ghosts, no Hitchhiking Ghosts. So I got what was on offer. This was like the best one that, in my opinion, that they had, and that's what I got. But the next items are all smallish, and so we'll go down there to look at them. So of course it wouldn't be a trip to Disney if we didn't get us some pins. And did I show any in any of the videos? No, I don't think I've shown any in the videos up to now, but there are a few different pins that we will cover. But today we're going to look at the ones I bought for the Haunted Mansion. Now, we showed some restraint here. We only bought 3 Haunted Mansion pins. Our first, of course, being the Hatbox Ghost, because I obviously could not pass up Hatbox Ghost. They're all open edition pins, and like those like special limited edition things. It's a silver pin. I think those were like 10 each. But it's a very nice recreation of the Hatbox Ghost with his head on, and his the collar on his rather awesome cape. Yep, nice creepy design, nice creepy detail on his face there. And it's not the only thing with Hatbox Ghost on it. Of course, no. We got this sort of modified Haunted Mansion logo pin. It is kind of reminiscent of the plaque out in front, or at least how it normally looks in my video from this visit. It's obscured by a pumpkin. But again, we have the Hatbox Ghost, which is that it's not the exact same design, I don't think, but it is very, the shading's different than the hair and stuff. But it is, of course, very similar to the way he looks on this pin. Got his head on, got his collar, got the Haunted Mansion logo there, and one of the little bat chain holders. And finally, they had a few other ones, but this is the only other one we bought, and that is just a lovely little purple Foolish Mortals pin, which I've put right in the glare of the light. Yeah, let's move it over here so you can actually see it. I don't know how well you can see it, because on my screen it looks like entirely black. But it's purple on black. It's, the Haunted Mansion colors. So it's not super easy for me to see on the little screen, but hopefully it's much more visible for you. Yeah, again, massive restraint this time, only 3 pins, but part of that's because we did buy other things. Next up, we have a couple items that I know were shown in the video. They were shown in the video from Downtown Disney. I think the one we did Trader Sam's and went to Downtown Disney. And if you remember, if you've been watching the channel for any length of time, you may remember a few years ago I got the little Park Pal Ezra back there. And I have at times bemoaned the lack of his friends, Phineas and Gus. And of course, the lack of a Hatbox Ghost one, but that's something else. And so this time, when we were at World of Disney, I saw they had a whole display of Park Pals, including a Mr. Toad that I really had to fight myself hard to not buy, especially because my wife was strongly encouraging me to buy it. But I did, without second thought, pick up these two, Gus and Phineas. Now, the thing I don't like about Park Pals is the little hands don't grip with any sort of strength. I'm still not 100% sure what the point is, because it says hold on to your favorite accessories. It doesn't even hold on to its own stand very well. So I'm not clear on really what you're meant to do with these things, but they are adorable, and I will have to rework this back there so that Ezra, at long last, can be reunited with his phantom friends. But the sculpts on them are pretty good. I think they've made, Gus in particular. Gus is a weird one, because if you remember, you can't see it on the camera, it's just out of view. Those little adorable Haunted Mansion ones, I thought the Gus one looked particularly creepy because he had just gray eyes. But on here, they've made him look very, very sad. Let's open these up, because I'm going to open them. Plus, you know, the boxes aren't in the best of condition. I was not looking at box condition when I picked these up because, I mean, I have every intention of opening them, which I'm doing right now. So it was never an issue that the boxes needed to be in good shape. But if you didn't ever watch the video on Ezra there, you can now see, well, okay, I don't remember, that's not, am I doing it backwards? Is it going this way? I guess it goes in that way. I guess it matters which way it faces. I guess the flag has to point a certain direction. But yeah, if you never watched the video with Ezra there, here's your chance to see that they don't, oh, he's actually got a firmer grip. Because oh no, his hands are just stuck together. I kind of thought when these first were released that they were like meant to clip onto your backpack strap or something and like ride along with you in the park, and then you'd lose them and have to buy another before you left. But in actuality, well, Ezra at least doesn't even hold on to his stand for beans, so I had very little expectation that these would, but he actually seems to hold on. I guess maybe a few years of product development have fixed him, or maybe Gus is just an oddball. Let's bust out Phineas here and see how he does. Are his hands? Yeah, his hands are stuck together. There we go. They're a little stuck together too. Will he hold on to his stand properly? I mean, believe me, it's not a complaint if he does. Maybe it's just the time. Maybe I just got a bad Ezra. Maybe no, because I've had other people comment that they don't hold on very well, but these two do. So that's nice. I guess they've made, now the smile makes him look a little less sad. He's still got the big puppy dog eyes thing going on there. But his smile, I think, makes him look a little less sad. Gus just looks a little sad. Maybe because he's like kind of the least impressive of the three of them normally. But I mean, Ezra, and I'm not going to grab him because he's behind the lights and stuff, and I don't want to like knock 5,000 things down just to make a point. But Ezra looks a little creepy, but these two, not so much. He's a little comical, he's a little sad, but I'm glad that they actually hold on to their stands. Because then every time I bump the table, it won't make them fall over, and I won't spend 20 minutes reaching over things to try to set them back up and knock over everything else. And it's a pain, I tell you. But these are the things we all must suffer with at times. We all live in the wreckage of our own decisions. And my decision to put too many things on that shelf is wreckage that I do have to live with. And but that'll have to be changed because these two will need to go there. And I'm glad, hopefully, maybe, next time we go, which is probably not going to be for quite some time, maybe next time we go, maybe they'll have a hat box, and then my life will be complete, at least as far as Park Pals goes. All right, next we're going to diverge from park souvenirs to Christmas presents. This is something that was in my stocking. My wife got these for me. We actually did see them at the park, and she was hoping I would not buy them there, and I didn't. But they are the Haunted Mansion Authentic Premium Dice. And they are normally $19.90, but I think she got these off of Amazon. So I have no idea what she actually paid for them. I'm going to assume more than $19.90. They come with a carrying tin. This is one of those things where I'm not sure if I want to open. Oh, it is sealed. It's one of those things where I'm not sure I want to open a thing or not, or if I want to leave it sealed. But I think the seal's pretty loose. We'll open it and take a look at them. As you can see here, we have on the front of them, we have all 5 of the singing busts and the Haunted Mansion logo. I'm guessing that each die just has the same things, and that's why they've put all 6 here. Now, as far as I know, this is not for a game. They're just D6s. There's not like some special Haunted Mansion dice game you're meant to play with these. But I want to see the tin. Actually, it's kind of what reason I'm opening them is I want to see the tin. I'm probably going to put them back in the box. But I'm interested in what that tin is. So, am I right about the dice? Yeah, it's just the same on all the sides. Let's put you back. You were number 2. Where's number 2? 1, 4, 2. There we go. What's our tin look like? That's nice. It's got, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but there's the pattern of the wallpaper is back there. It's very, very faint. It's like very light gray on black. Yeah, Sacred to the memory of the dearly departed. Be sure to bring your death certificate if you should decide to join them. Oh, that's cute. I like this. I'm gonna put them back in the box. I don't know if I'm gonna leave these out of the box or not, but for now at least, they're going right back in there. I just wanted to see what the tin looked like, you know? Put them back and move on back to park items. So I'm kind of working my way up in size here, more or less, both size and value. Because the last two items are, one of them's kind of big, but both of them are the most expensive things we picked up. But next, this is something I picked up. Actually, I saw it on ShopDisney at first, but I didn't pick it up because I knew we were going, and I figured I would look there and not pay shipping. And it is the Haunted Mansion model kit, and it's, there we go. Now, I'm not going to put this together. I'm not going to open it up. This actually will eventually get its own video where we'll build it. They've released a few of these now. They had, of course, the real Haunted Mansion. They have the Florida one on ShopDisney. They did not have it at Disneyland Park. And they have, I know they have a Space Mountain one. I feel like they have at least one other one. I didn't get the Space Mountain one. Just got the Haunted Mansion because it's the Haunted Mansion. And, you know, we must have the Haunted Mansion. And the fact that they've done like at least 3 of these, I think 4 so far, makes me wonder if these are actually going to maybe go a little bit farther than those Haunted Mansion dioramas they did a few years back, where they just released the 2 and then nothing ever again. But this will be a fun little video at some point, I think. I think it's just like snapped together. Build and display 145 pieces. That's potentially a lot. It's not, I mean, it's not a Lego, but it's seems like a lot for that. But yeah, that'll definitely be a future video where we will open that up, put it together, and that should be interesting and hopefully fun as well. But if not fun, at least interesting. All right, so before I move on to the next item, I want to look at an older item. I don't know if I've ever, I'm pretty sure I featured it in a video before, but it would have been like a long time ago. Probably like in a first year video before the void space was even a thing. And that is this. This is actually, honestly, one of my favorite pieces in my collection of Haunted Mansion items. And it is the Gallery of Light Hitchhiking Ghosts. And I feel like we're going to need to, hold on, let me readjust the camera. There we go, that's better. The Gallery of Light Hitchhiking Ghosts. This is legitimately like one of my favorite pieces that I have because it looks so good. I mean, it looks, I don't know, just think about the way that light hits the little sculpts in there, just makes it look like extra three-dimensional. Let's see if I can turn some lights off and make it a little easier to see. There we go. That does the trick. Yeah, I love this thing. I mean, I don't turn it on very often because it just runs on like AAA batteries. I don't want them to die and have to keep replacing them. But it's really almost, I mean, it's really three-dimensional things there. It just gives it kind of like a holographic feel. It really captures the ghostliness, I think, of the ride. Of course, it is the scene from the end of the ride, which is currently, as I record this, occupied by Oogie Boogie, but normally occupied by 3 gentlemen pictured here. Yeah, something about I'm guessing it's probably due with the thickness of the glass or something. Just makes it gives it like a holographic feel, despite the fact that it is just little, like 3 little resin figurines and a pair of blue LEDs. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, a pair of blue LEDs in there. But I love it. It looks so nice, and that is why when I was in, I think it's called La Baton Rouge, and I saw this on display on the counter behind them, I had to buy. I originally had gone there looking to buy the Jim Shore Madame Leota statue, and they had it, but they have this as well. And I really, I only have 2 of these things now. I don't have anything else like any of the princess ones, or I do like, there's a Sorcerer's Apprentice one that I wouldn't mind having, but these are the ones I have, and I'm sure they still had the Hitchhiking Ghost Jim Shore statue from like 6 years ago in the shop, so I'm hoping they will have the Leota one whenever I'm able to make it down there again, which again may be some time. But yeah, this I couldn't pass up. And you may think, looking at the inside of the box here, that this item has seen some things. The styrofoam is unfortunately pretty badly mangled, but I did check. The actual item does work properly. It comes, of course, it's another gallery of light. There's the on-off switch in case you didn't know. I mean, I guess if you didn't already have one of these, you wouldn't necessarily. It's open edition, so it's not like any like special edition item, but it has, yeah, the styrofoam has seen some stuff. I don't know what happened there, but thankfully, the stuff in the styrofoam is untouched. It's also unfortunately also sideways to the other one, so displaying them next to each other will be a little awkward. But here is, and I've already put batteries in it, here is Madame Leota's Seance. Yep, we've got Leota in the little ball, we've got all the little trumpet and the harp, the spell book, all the little things that are also in that that little diorama. The tarot cards on the table, the bell, the tambourine, the blackbirds in the background there. So of course, let's turn it on and kill some lights again so we can get a better look at it in its proper, correct mode. Here we go. So again, it's just a couple LEDs. We have one LED in the lamp there above, like an orange one, and then it looks like a blue one. I'm not sure where that one's coming from. I'm guessing it's below her, set into the table. But again, we get this really nice, and I don't know if the camera picks it up, but this really nice holographic look of Leota's head suspended in the ball. That's one thing. I think it's not it's the light and maybe it's with the way it's sculpted or printed in there, because I don't get that holographic feel off of the solid objects in the room, just off of Madame Leota. Yeah, and also nicely, I don't know if you can see this in the dark, but there's a mounting hook on the back of these, so you can hang them off the wall if you want to. I don't, because I don't want them to fall and break. Leota's a lot brighter, isn't she? I don't know if that's because the batteries in this are a little older and maybe dying, and she's got brand new, fresh, out-of-the-box batteries from today. But yeah, I'm really, really super happy with that. I'm not sure how we're going to display it. Maybe like this. This actually kind of works. They're nice and chunky, too. Let's turn the lights back on so you can see what I'm talking about. There, that's better. They're really chunky. They're big, chunky, thick things. There's that heavy-duty hook on the back. I feel like I don't want to hang this on the wall, though, just because I would just be destroyed if this fell off the wall and broke. And the really nice thing is, I think they quoted me $100 in the shop, and indeed she's marked at $90, but I think she rang up for $70. She rang up well less than they thought she was going to be, which is just an added bonus. But yeah, I absolutely love these things. They're beautiful, and I would love, if they made more, like the Hatbox Ghost one would be the obvious one that I would want. I would absolutely buy them again, or not again, but I'd buy more of them. All right, let's put them off here. We have one more item, and it is the largest, and it is in a video, but I didn't buy it there. But I do need to move the camera so that we can look at it better. Our last item is something that was at the park. It was actually in a video, I believe, in the same one with Phineas and Gus there, but I didn't buy it there. This actually I got for Christmas, and I kind of had a feeling I was going to, because remember I mentioned my wife really pushed me to try to get the Mr. Toad Park Pal, and there's a couple other things that we'll get to in other videos that she was very adamant that I get. This item, she was almost violently disinterested in. So I had a sneaking suspicion that it may be waiting for me under the Christmas tree, and that is the Haunted Mansion Light Up Chess Set. Which now, where I opened Leota before to make sure she was in good condition because her box was a little beat up, I haven't actually opened this up yet to look at it. So we're going to do that together. I did notice that it does not, see, it takes batteries. It says it has a USB cable, so I'm not sure if we'll be able to see it lit up in this video or not, because again, I haven't opened it yet. But let's do that now and get it out and take a good look at it. But it features our favorite various haunts of the Haunted Mansion. including Madame Leota. Of course, the Hatbox Ghost. Looks like we have the little bats as our pawns. And I'm assuming, who else is back here? Yeah, there's looks like Phineas and Ezra. There's one of the singing busts. Where's Gus? Oh, there's the groundskeeper. Oh no, Gus is there too. They're just they're kind of hard to see on the box. Even, oh, there's more tape over here. Let's cut that. Cut that. Now, reality, these are probably going to go back in the box after this video because I don't really have a place to leave a chess set up all the time. But maybe at some point in the future, you never know. All right, it's a little heavy, I'll tell you that. Now, one thing I will say, looking at it in the world of Disney, it's a little more plasticky than I would have expected. They have not made this easy to take out, have they? You know what? Let's jump ahead to when it's all open. So we're all put together now. It wasn't actually as hard to get out of the box as I thought it was going to be. But you can see now we've got all of our pieces are here. Our rooks, our knights. Our knight actually is particularly kind of funny in that it is the headless knight. And they're all really nice sculpts. Now, one thing my wife commented on, and I will agree that I had the same first reaction when I saw it in World of Disney, is it's a little more plasticky than I thought it was going to be. I believe this sells for like $100. I was kind of expecting the pieces to be... Honestly, I was kind of expecting glass. They're not. They're plastic. They're nicely sculpted. The only one that really, honestly, that kind of gives it away to me is Leota, just because we have this really big seam on her crystal ball there. That's an interesting choice to me. Like, that's... Because honestly, everything else, even though this is actually very, very lightweight plastic, the cardboard is actually the heaviest thing in that box. This is very lightweight plastic. I really kind of expected... I expected this to be a little chunkier. I expected this to be a heavier duty plastic. I kind of expected glass pieces, but it still looks very nice. Leota is the only actual thing I would even say is flawed, because everybody else here, again, looks, yeah, I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but it's because it's just kind of white on white. But the sculpts are nice. Now, this does not take batteries. It is supposed to have, I guess, its own built-in stuff, or maybe I have to plug it in with this, but let's see if it has any charge to it at all to start out with. Switch is back here, and no, it does not. So let's get it some power and see if we can get it to work. Okay, so I've plugged it into a battery pack now, so let's see what happens when I flip the switch. If I can find the switch. A smart person probably would have just turned it on. There we go. So yeah, it lights it pretty brightly. I don't know if there's actually a battery or if it has to be plugged into the USB cord whenever you're using it. I guess it would make sense to be able to plug it in. That way, if you wanted to leave it on as a display item, you could do that. But let's, I don't think we're getting the full effect with the lights on here. So let's kill the lights and see how it looks in the dark. So there we go. It's yeah, the board is very bright. I feel like, are the pieces... I feel like it's not getting quite the effect I was expecting. I was expecting the pieces to maybe glow a little more than they are. So, I mean, as far as getting like a kind of a ghostly glow effect, I don't think we're really getting that. I mean, it looks like, I mean, I feel like I can see a little more detail on Hatbox's face there, at least on the blue one. I think the light works better on the blue than it does the white pieces, which is weird. You'd think the white pieces would be easier to put light through. So definitely the bluer, ghostly looking piece is better than the white ones. But still, it's a very nice chess set. So, you know, if I had room, just like have a Haunted Mansion room, I could just leave this out all the time because it looks quite nice. The birds are nice. The bats are nice. Are they facing the right way? Yeah, that was the right way. The hitchhiking ghosts are quite nice. It's all quite nice. Actually, look at the blue ones better. I do think the light works better on the blue ones than it does on the white ones. Knight, groundskeeper. Now, I haven't played chess probably since high school. I don't even remember how to play it anymore. But it's it's a very nice piece to add to the collection. Even though, yeah, realistically, it will probably end up back in the box for safekeeping, if nothing else. But it does look nice. I'm quite pleased with it. It is a thing that if I hadn't had the sneaking suspicion that Santa might be bringing it, I probably would have picked it up while we're in Disneyland. Just because it's a thing that I feel like I need to have in the collection. But that is going to wrap us up for this week and for this year. This is the last video of 2022. Tomorrow is a new year with new videos, midly videos recorded in 2022 will still be probably for like the next month. There'll be a lot of that stuff, but it'll be a new year that they are edited and posted in. But these are the spirits that followed me home from Disneyland, or indeed from Santa's sleigh. I hope you found this at all interesting or entertaining. If you did, go ahead, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Have yourselves a fun and safe New Year's, and I will see you in the next video in the new year.